Cancerians, this is a message for you, a prediction for you for September 2025. I already cleared the room, cleaned the room, smudged the cards, did the tarot deck of the Celtic Cross, and drew you some other cards. So, without further ado, at the moment, there is really no way that universal justice won't happen. What I mean by that is that you just come into the month of September, which, by the way, also has two eclipses that don't affect you so much, but there has already been happening something new that you feel you need to do. But mind-wise, at the moment, it confuses you because you don't quite know how to approach this. For instance, like developing new programs to make it easier with AI or something like that. And you are actually learning how to hold the sword. In other words, how to use the sword to bring about positive results. In the here now, you're looking at the ships to come in. In other words, you know that you're building something for the future. And in your mind, you know that this is meant for you. There is universal justice. In other words, it's neither positive nor negative. It is your karma. It's your karma that can now actually change your destiny into new fate, into a new path. And underlying, you know that you're completely having to take a leap of faith without knowing what is going to happen in the near future, or whether this is going to be positive for you, wealth bringing in the future or not. The only obstruction or obstacle or the biggest challenge you have at the moment is your mind. Your mind and your belief systems are settled in this thing of, I don't have enough, I'm insufficient. You're also maybe a bit too strict on yourself not to spend any money. Maybe your belief systems are in the way of there's no money, we can't spend money, the economy is so bad, we need to be careful, otherwise we land on the street. So you yourself are your biggest challenge in your mind, where, of course, you can cut this out because it's not a major event. It's something that takes place in your mind of sabotaging you in believing in taking a leap of faith, trusting with prayer and meditation that you can put your dreams into action, that every day you can learn something new, and also that you're not at all stuck. That's your idea of yourself, where you trap yourself in a situation where you maybe feel safe, or you play the victim. And I say playing the victim is often not conscious, but that you believe you can't go forward in this, or you're not capable of going forward in this, because maybe you just don't take the initiative to actually not walk sideways like a crab, but forward. Because all of this new beginnings in a certain way are marked by the Ace of Rods, which is a very fruitful, fertile new season of taking action for success. And you can see it's like the sun card. It's very yellow, very gold, very white. There's no dark color whatsoever. This is your near future. So by the time you're at the 10th or the 12th of September, you already have needed to take the steps to actually begin with this new way of doing your business in a different way, to then actually take action towards your own success. In a way, you are protected. So there is you can either let this challenge go by and you actually take action to create something new for yourself with new belief systems and also a new way of going forward for your own success, because everything is really under a good star. In other words, this is your growth card, your expansion, your luck is all there for you. That at the moment, whatever you're doing is your work, is your task, is the light is shining above you. You can pray for more guidance, more strength, live more healthily, no addictions. And again, your mind and your emotions that are negative and limiting, you can change by making a choice. Because every morning when we get up, we have a choice how we see the day evolving, or how we see whether it's a good morning or whether we want to be miserable is your choice. In general, there is most probably either that you also look at your emotions, how you feel about it, and you can choose your emotions by getting in good sleep, by looking after your mental health, by looking after your physical health, because what is meant for you by the time you reach the end of September, if you take the right steps to change your belief systems, change negative emotions into positive emotions, and actually giving yourself a kick in the backside, you will have success. You will have the 10 of Pentacles, which means abundance. It means even the spiritual guru is in front here that protects the family, that I also said was in this card, that the star card is above you during this month. There's no dark card except for your emotions that feel stuck and your mind that makes you having a scarcity mind. But the outcome, if you override this and you change and you grow spiritually, you grow emotionally, you grow by controlling your mind, because you need to be in charge of your mind, not your mind of you. And then you will have 10 of Pentacles. In other words, success, abundance, a good family life, lovely surroundings. Even the pets are in this Henson Robert deck, and it will be a good month for you. It says here that it's time for patience, but actions, and that you can learn, study, and gather information and enjoy being a student, but you need to do the things to learn, to study, to gather the information, to bring this about, because you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So work on this one, because then the sun will rise and set in a positive way for you. And because I just felt like it, it brought out the card of your children on earth and in heaven are happy, and they're cared by God. They're cared for by God. So you don't have to worry about your family. Nothing is going wrong here, but it's your mindset that needs to be changed and your negative emotions. With that, if you want a reading done by me, or if you want to have a look at my info, go to mariettatiernissen.com. With that, till next time.